on this episode of Given Credit Where Credit Is Due, we have this from Cosmic Book News. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon Part 2 tops Netflix charts, 2.5 million less viewers. So, the second Rebel Moon just came out on Netflix. It's getting terrible reviews. Reviewers online are having a field day with this movie. Hell, they had a field day with Part 1. Part 2 is, I'm seeing even more people talking about it these days. Not a lot of people are saying anything positive about this movie. However, 21.4 million views within a couple of days. Rebel Moon Part 2 released April 19th. I'm recording this on the 25th. Within a few days, not even a week, 21.4 million views. Part 1, 23.9 million views. It doesn't matter that the movies aren't great. It doesn't matter, again, the reviews are shit. We are going to get 6-7 movies out of this series, like Zack Snyder said he wanted. We're going to get that. And you know why? Because people keep watching. 23, this cannot just be hate watching. That is an insane number. Disney Plus would be busting a nut if they got anywhere near those numbers. When they got the Taylor Swift Eras movie, behind the scenes bullshit movie, that was only like 4 million views they got. And places were bragging about those numbers. 23 million views and 21 million views for a movie that everyone is saying is shit? That is hate watching to an umpteenth degree that we have not seen before. Zack Snyder is producing numbers. Yeah, I understand that theater numbers, if it was in theaters, how much money would have actually made, would have flopped in the box office. I know Netflix paid, I think, $160-something million for the first Rebel Moon, which realistically is not that big amount of money at all. Yeah, $166 million for the budget of Rebel Moon. Oh, I'm sorry. Rebel Moon budget for 2 parts. Is that, am I reading this correctly? Yeah, from what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at Wikipedia right now. It says shared with Part 2. So, $166 million spread across 2 movies? And you're pulling in those numbers? Here's the math, though. Here's the rough math of it, okay? An average movie ticket times the amount of views that Rebel Moon had, that's $254 million this movie would have made in the box office. If it would have translated over to theater sales. With a budget of 80-something million? And the marketing, I'm not seeing Rebel Moon marketed anywhere on YouTube or on my Facebook feed or anything like that, though, so the marketing could not be that extensive. That is a cheap amount of money for a movie to produce that much? I'm sorry, guys. I know this movie's not a great movie at all. I know it's not being received well. These numbers say differently. And I understand that, watching it at home is different than watching in theaters. In fact, I was arguing with someone today about the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I was talking about the Alan Richardson thing. And he was alluding that, yes, people are going to go to the theaters to see this because they want to hate watch it. And I told him there's a massive difference between me getting up off the couch, driving to the movie theaters, having to sit for 2 hours straight, and then driving back home, versus watching a movie on my couch for the included price of the service. That is a massive difference. You can hate watch something at home with no additional cost. But going to hate watch something at a theater and spending money and having to sit there the entire time, that's crazy. And seeing what DC did all of 2023, with all of their movies flopping in the box office, that's an incredible thing. To have every single movie that came out for DC flopped. Not just flopped a little bit, embarrassingly flopped. Made zero money, and the movies were all terrible. And Zack Snyder is putting up numbers like this on a movie that universally everyone hates? I'm sorry, guys. Zack Snyder won. Do you think Zack Snyder is realistically reading the reviews with the lights off, crying about it? No, he's not. Zack Snyder is fucking killing it right now on Netflix. Rebel Moon is fucking killing it. And this article is talking about, yes, 2.5 million less views. And I wonder if these are just day one numbers, though. Is that what this is, though? I wonder if this is longevity. So if that's the case, though, shit, man, we might be talking about a movie that's getting close to 30 million views by the time a third one comes out. And when the time a third one comes out, if it's still popping these numbers out, Zack Snyder's going to have 50 million views on like part 7 or 8 or something like that. And that's with a product that's not great, that everyone hates. Imagine if he does something that's great. Ladies and gentlemen, again, he beat us. And everyone online, everyone on Facebook is laughing at this movie, giving it shit reviews, saying that, oh, the Snyder bros are in full force defending this product. I don't give a shit if I'm Netflix. And if I'm Netflix, I'm like, okay, well, people don't like the fucking movie, but they're watching it. What do I care? Let him make movies. Give him all the money he wants. Fuck it. What's stopping him? So obviously someone's watching this fucking movie. Someone's watching this series. And when Zack Snyder is again saying that, oh, he wants to pop out 7 or 8 of these things, and I see nothing on Facebook but laughing emojis and everyone's shitting on this movie, we're fucking watching it, guys. Someone's watching these movies. 21 million views. That cannot be a shit movie by any stretch of the imagination. 21 million people are not watching this to laugh at it. And if they are, shit, man, you're making this man money. And of course, it says there's no reported release date for part 3, but if I'm Netflix, I'm jumping on this. It says here, Netflix has not officially announced a third installment of the space saga. What are you talking about? Of course you're making a third one. You'd be out, if you're Netflix, you're out of your mind if you don't make a third one. At this point right now, I'm just handing this man blank checks. Hey, produce for me. You know, shit, man, he went to DC. What happened? Murderous Superman, murderous Batman, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. What happened when he left? Fucking abysmal shit going on in DC these days. They can't pop out a win to save their lives. You think James Gunn is going to save them? Fuck that. James Gunn is not saving shit now. DC right now is as bad as Marvel at this point. Maybe even worse. So when James Gunn's universe starts, I don't think that's going to pop in great numbers at all. So again, Zack Snyder is going to have the last laugh on that one too. So shit, man, what do you guys think about that one? You think Rebel Moon's going to, double in viewership at this point? Though I wouldn't be surprised. 20 fucking million views the first week? This is not hate watching. These are people are watching these movies, guys. People are watching these movies multiple times and enjoying them. Netflix is going to make 8 of these movies. We're going to see Zack Snyder as the staple of Netflix going forward for the next 20, 25 years. It's going to happen. James Gunn's DC Universe, they ain't going to work. They're going to be comparing Zack Snyder's numbers to everything going forward now. And he's going to come out on top every single time at this point. He took a couple of creative liberties. I know he wanted Batman to, get porked in prison. That was a thing he said. Look it up. It's pretty fucking crazy. But shit, man, the man is producing. So what do you guys think about that one?